Hey there, today I'm going to be benchmarking the Intel Celeron G470 in Grand Theft Auto 5. The Intel Celeron G470 is one of the fastest, if not the fastest, single-core CPUs ever released. It is part of the Sandy Bridge lineup from LGA 1155. It was released in 2013, and it has 1 core and 2 threads, and runs at 2 GHz. I am pairing this with 24 GB of DDR3 RAM, a SSD for the game drive and the boot drive, and a GTX 980 Ti. And I am using the latest drivers for the GTX 980 Ti. Alright, so the first settings and last settings I'm going to be trying is 1080p on the absolute lowest settings I can possibly select. I'm not using a preset, I'm just full out low, or as low as I can possibly go. And doing that, we are getting a very low frame rate. Yeah, we're getting 15 frames per second. Most CPUs from the era of this, which was 2011 to 2013, runs GTA fine, maybe 30 FPS. Well, not on this Celeron. This Celeron does not get 30 FPS. Not even close. If I were to play, let's say, online mode, this frame rate would be halved to about 7. So don't even touch that. Either way, driving around for the first moment, it looked alright. The ground wasn't disappearing or anything. It looked like GTA 5 should, just a lot slower. But once I got down to the city, then it started getting a lot worse. When I say a lot worse, I mean there were larger frame time spikes, it was freezing a lot more, the 1% low was going down, and to add to that, the ground was disappearing. Or if the ground disappeared, you would also end up sometimes driving into the ground, which is equally as weird. I don't know how to explain what I'm looking at right now, but you're also looking at it, so maybe you can explain it. I have no idea what I'm looking at. It's something that happens with lower end CPUs in this game, and the only fix to it is to just upgrade your CPU. So instead of having this Intel Celeron G470 in your PC, get an i3-2120 or something. But considering this is a single-core CPU, it is actually quite impressive what it can do, because most single-core CPUs get single digits in this game. But being that this is actually one of the fastest, if not the fastest, and one of the most modern, if not the most modern single-core CPUs, well, because of that, it's running a lot better. Well, it's unplayable. Alright, it is actually unplayable. There's no way around it. The 1% lows are 0 frames per second. If you could actually have seconds per frame, it probably would be around 4 seconds per frame. Not good. But at least it's putting along in the double digits, even if barely. And I don't really have much more to say. You've already seen what's going on here, but I'm just letting the video play a little while here so you get to see what it was like. It was not very good. It was making my brain feel weird playing the game at such a weird frame rate, and with the ground disappearing, it's not good. And no, I'm not going to be testing lower resolutions or higher settings, because a lower resolution will only impact the graphics card, and that is not the limiting factor here, so there's no reason to do that. And if I were to crank up the settings, some of the settings use more CPU, some of them use the same amount of CPU but use more graphics card. I do not want the game to be any slower than it already is, so we're leaving it all the way down on low. And no, I'm not testing online mode, because that will just be awful. I mean, this is already awful. We don't need more awfulness. Either way, sorry for giving you a headache, but thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, which you probably didn't because how bad the quality of the game was, but if you enjoyed it, please do consider leaving a like. And if you would like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member. By becoming a member, you help support the weird project of getting old computer parts and benchmarking them. Either way, thank you for watching, and have a great day.